Ladies and gentlemen, there is a battle we all must face. A battle not against the world, not against the people around us, but against the person in the mirror. You see, the greatest challenge in life is not what others think of you. It's not about proving something to the world. No, the real battle is proving something to yourself. Too often we want recognition before we've done the work. We want applause before we've earned it. But let me tell you something. Greatness is not built in front of an audience. True greatness is built in the quiet hours, in the unseen moments when no one is watching. The farmer doesn't boast about his seeds. He doesn't go around telling people how hard he's working. No, he tills the soil, he plants, he waters, he waits. And then, one day, the harvest comes and the world sees the fruit of his labor. Some of you are waiting for validation before you start. Some of you are looking around, hoping someone will cheer you on before you take the first step. But listen to me. The applause will come when the work is done. Stop announcing your plans. Stop looking for approval. Face yourself, discipline yourself, and commit to the process in silence. Because the truth is, the most powerful voices in history didn't spend their time telling people what they would do. They simply did it. The world will take notice when the results speak for themselves. So tonight I challenge you. Work hard in silence, wake up early, stay late, study, train, grow, and let your success make the noise. Because when the harvest comes, you won't have to say a word. The world will see it for itself. True strength is built in silence, because it is in the quiet moments of struggle, discipline, and perseverance that we truly shape ourselves into who we are meant to be, not in the noise of validation, not in the applause of spectators, but in the deep personal battle where we push through our own limitations, where we keep moving forward even when no one is watching, because real power is not in showing off, but in becoming so strong that we no longer need to, in forging a character that does not waver in adversity, in mastering the art of patience and endurance, in knowing that the hardest battles are fought in solitude, in understanding that the greatest victories come from the moments when we refuse to give up, even when no one is there to cheer us on, because it is in those moments of quiet effort that we lay the foundation for a strength that speaks louder than words ever could, a strength that does not need validation because it is rooted deep within. Silence is where transformation happens, where the fire is kindled, where the ordinary becomes extraordinary through relentless dedication, where the weak become strong, not because of what they say, but because of what they do when no one is watching. Because true discipline is not about performing for the world, but about holding yourself accountable when the world isn't looking, about keeping your promises to yourself, about making sure that every step you take, every hour you spend working, every drop of sweat that falls is not wasted. Because when you embrace silence, when you embrace the grind without seeking recognition, you realize that strength is not about being loud, but about being unshakable, being steady, being so deeply committed to your purpose that you don't need an audience to fuel you, because the fire inside you burns stronger than any praise ever could. Those who chase attention before they build strength often crumble under the weight of their own words, because words without action are nothing more than empty noise, and noise fades. But true strength remains, true power lasts, true resilience is not something that needs to be broadcasted, because it is felt, it is seen, it is undeniable, and the moment you stop trying to prove yourself to others and start proving yourself to you unlock a level of determination and focus that is unstoppable, because you are no longer controlled by external opinions, no longer swayed by doubt or fear, no longer seeking validation, but rather seeking mastery, seeking growth, seeking the kind of transformation that happens in the silent hours of hard work, the kind of transformation that turns struggle into skill, failure into wisdom, pain into power, and silence into the strongest voice of all. The world is full of noise, full of people shouting for attention, full of those who want to be seen before they are ready. But those who truly rise, those who truly lead, those who make an impact are the ones who do not waste their time seeking the spotlight, but instead build themselves in the shadows, sharpen themselves in the unseen hours, push themselves beyond their limits without needing an audience, because they know that the time will come when their strength will be revealed without them having to say a word, when their actions will make the noise that words never could, when their perseverance will be evident in the results they have built through years of silent, relentless effort. And when that day comes, they will stand unshaken, not because they sought recognition, but because they sought mastery over themselves first. It is easy to talk about strength, to make promises, to announce goals to the world, but none of that matters if the work is not done, if the discipline is not there, if the effort is not real. Because true strength is not about what you tell people you will do. It is about what you do when there is no one around to see. It is about whether you still push forward when no one is clapping for you, whether you still put in the hours when there is no reward in sight, whether you still believe in your path even when the journey feels impossible. Because the only way to build something real, something lasting, something that cannot be taken away, is to do the work in silence, to fight the battles that no one else sees, to keep moving forward no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much doubt or fear tries to creep in. Because the only way to truly succeed is to build a foundation so strong that no storm, no setback, no obstacle can ever break you. Strength built in silence is the kind that does not depend on motivation, does not fade when the excitement wears off, does not disappear when things get tough, because it is built on something deeper, something unshakable, something that comes from within, from the choice to keep going no matter what, from the decision to stay disciplined when no one else is pushing you, from the understanding that every great achievement, every moment of triumph, every story of success is written in the quiet hours of unseen effort, in the sacrifices made when no one is looking, in the discipline that no one praises, in the resilience that no one acknowledges, until the results make it undeniable. Because those who understand this, those who commit to this, those who embrace the silence as a necessary part of growth, are the ones who rise, the ones who achieve, the ones who turn their dreams into reality without ever needing to announce their every step. There is power in silence, there is wisdom in restraint. There is a kind of unbreakable strength that is only forged when you learn to embrace the process without seeking immediate rewards, when you learn to trust in the work rather than in the recognition, when you learn to focus on becoming rather than proving. Because when you work in silence, when you stay committed to the process even when the results are not yet visible, when you stop seeking approval and start seeking progress, you begin to realize that real power is not in being seen, but in being unstoppable, not in making noise, but in making history, not in chasing recognition, but in building something so great, so undeniable, so extraordinary, that when the time comes, the world cannot help but notice, because true strength is never about seeking attention. It is about becoming someone so powerful, so disciplined, so relentless, that your actions speak louder than anything you could ever say. And when you finally reach that moment, when the work you have done in silence begins to show, when the foundation you have built begins to support the weight of your success, when the sacrifices you made in private begin to pay off in ways that no one could have imagined, you will understand that strength is not about being seen, not about being loud, not about proving anything to anyone else, but about proving to yourself that you were willing to do what it takes, that you were willing to fight through the quiet battles, that you were willing to stay the course when no one was watching, and in that moment you will realize that the journey was never about the noise, never about the recognition, never about the applause, but about the unshakable, undeniable, unstoppable strength that was built in the silence. Let your results do the talking, because words are cheap. Promises mean nothing without action, and the world does not remember what you said you would do, but only what you have actually done. Because in a time where everyone is announcing their plans, where people crave attention before they have put in the work, where validation is sought before mastery is achieved, the ones who truly rise are not the ones who talk the loudest, but the ones who work in silence, who grind relentlessly without the need for recognition, who build something so undeniable that when the time comes, They do not have to convince anyone of their worth, because their results will stand as undeniable proof, because true success does not need an introduction. True achievement does not beg for attention. There is something powerful about a person who stays silent, who does not boast, who does not announce their every move, who does not seek validation before they have earned it, because such a person understands that success is not about talking, it is about proving. That real strength is not about saying you will do something, it is about actually doing it. That real respect is not demanded but commanded through undeniable results. Because when you let your results do the talking, you do not need to argue, you do not need to convince, you do not need to seek approval, because your work will make your case for you. Your achievements will remove all doubt. Your discipline. People waste too much time talking about what they are going to do, making grand statements, seeking attention, craving recognition before they have earned it. But the truth is, no one cares about what you say you will do. No one is impressed by words alone. No one is moved by empty promises. Because at the end of the day, it is the results that matter. It is the results that define you. It is the results that determine whether you truly put in the work, or whether you were just another person making noise without substance. And when you understand this, when you stop focusing on proving yourself with words and start proving yourself with action, when you stop chasing attention and start chasing mastery, in every field, in every industry, in every pursuit, it is never the loudest who win. It is never the ones who talk the most who achieve the most. It is always the ones who put in the work, who dedicate themselves to the process, who grind in silence while everyone else is busy seeking attention. Because while others are talking, they are building. While others are waiting for the perfect moment, they are executing. While others are looking for shortcuts, they are embracing the long, difficult, grueling path of mastery, because they understand that success is not about making an impression, it is about making an impact. When you let your results do the talking, you do not waste time proving yourself to people who do not believe in you. You do not seek approval from those who doubt you. You do not allow external noise to distract you from your mission, because you know that the only validation that matters is the validation of your results. The only proof you need is in what you build, what you create, what you achieve. Because once you reach a certain level, once you have worked hard enough, sacrificed enough, endured enough, your results will silence every critic. Your results will eliminate every doubt. Your results will stand as undeniable proof of the work you have done. And in that moment, you will understand that there was never a need to explain yourself, never a need to convince anyone, never a need to seek recognition. Because when the results speak, it is easy to be distracted by opinions, to be swayed by the expectations of others, to feel the need to prove yourself before you have even begun. But the truth is, the only thing that will ever prove your worth is your work. The only thing that will ever separate you from the rest is your ability to stay disciplined, to stay committed, to stay focused, to put in the hours, to grind in silence, to embrace the process, even when no one is watching. Because success is not built in front of an audience, it is built in solitude, in discipline, in relentless consistency, in the moments when no one is there to cheer you on, in the times when you have nothing but your vision, your work ethic, and your belief in yourself. Because when you choose to let your results do the talking, the greatest athletes, the greatest entrepreneurs, the greatest leaders, the greatest minds of history did not spend their time explaining themselves. They did not waste energy convincing people of their potential. They did not seek approval before they started. They simply did the work. They put in the effort. They stayed committed. They faced every challenge with discipline and resilience. And when the time came, their results, their legacy, their undeniable impact spoke louder than any words ever could. Because the world does not remember what you said you would do. You will understand that the journey was never about proving yourself with words, never about seeking attention, never about making noise, but about becoming so great, so unstoppable, so undeniably excellent that your results do all the talking, that your success is the only statement you will ever need, that your legacy is built not on what you said, but on what you did. And in that moment, you will stand in silence, not because you have nothing to say, but because your results have already spoken for you in a way that words never could.